It's 7 a.m. Cleveland, partly cloudy skies, 70 degrees. Time to go home. 475 miles to go. Visiting friends for a couple of days. I used to live in Pittsburgh, so I came to Cleveland often, made some wonderful friendships here. It's always brilliant visiting. And now it's the end of my 3-week tour. Went from near New York City down to Florida, up to Cleveland, and now I'm going back. So, onward. Welcome to Route 80. This will be my home for the next 12 hours. At 7:45 at Brady's Leap Service Plaza. Boom, right there. Gonna go get some breakfast. Charging up at 9 kilowatts. Yeah! At an RV post. Because they have just a whole bunch of them right here at the Service Plaza, which is super handy, inexpensive to install. So RVs can use them, EVs can use them, and pretty psyched. So gotta get breakfast. I'm gonna buy breakfast and lunch because I'm stopping at RV parks across Pennsylvania today, going all the way on Route 80, all the way to New York City. And there's not a lot of places that I want to stop, like restaurants or something like that, that have EV charging stations. There is one towards the end of the day. I'm gonna have dinner at the Inn at Turkey Hill, near the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So there we go, gotta get some food. Good stop at Brady's Leap Service Plaza. Charged up using a NEMO 1450 RV park connector, and took very little time. It's now 8:20. And it's time to go. So far so good. And then there's a bunch of clouds, so it is definitely going to rain on me while I'm over there. Lordstown, Ohio. Chevy manufacturing plant here. Whoa, they have solar! Oh, I don't know if you can see that. They have a massive field of solar. That's awesome. I think they have solar electric car charging there too. Nice! Welcome to Pennsylvania! I just missed the sign. It is 9:30 a.m. There is a major rainstorm directly above Route 80. The wind has been at my back, so I've been able to go a little bit faster than normal. I'm keeping track of the rate at which I use energy, trying to keep it nice and low, which keeps my battery cool so I can charge up fast a bunch of times today. And also it allows me to squeeze out extra miles and spend less time charging, more time riding. That's the way we like it. Alright, Wolf's Camping Resort. Been here several times in Pennsylvania, just off Route 80. Actually very close, family oriented. Wow, a bunch of water is in my boot. Charging up at Wolf's Campground and Resort. If you look way back there, there's my motorcycle. And it is charging up at 9 kilowatts. That's great. I got here at 10. Should be able to leave a little bit after 11. And be on my way to another campground, because along Route 80 there are almost no charging stations, but lots of RV parks. So just hanging out in the game room, and so I'm going to take this time to defeat all of these video games. Okay, I got 83% charge. I'm going 71 miles. It is just after 11. Yeah. I go about 110 miles on the highway, and then 150 on side roads. About 45 minutes. They're a blast. Oh, the torque is all there all the time. Yeah, take care. Boom, and my battery just jumped from 80% to 100%. It's so funny, because I go in there and I say hi to whoever's at the desk. I say, hey, can I charge my electric motorcycle for 45 minutes? And they say, no one's ever asked that before. Let me check. And then they come back and they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. So the owners here are really cool. Battery is a little hot though. It got up over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So if my battery gets up to 124 degrees Fahrenheit, it will stop charging. That's not what we want. It's just about noon, still raining. This is the longest day of rain I've had. I've had much heavier rains on previous days in this trip, but today is the most amount of time I'm spending in the water. Chesapeake Bay watershed. It's fascinating. As you go along the highway, you see all these watershed signs. So it informs everyone when you're entering or leaving different watersheds, which are crucial to life, and it's really important that we keep them clean so we have clean water. But I don't think people really pay attention. If you ask them what watershed they're in, most people probably wouldn't know. Exit 123 off Route 80 going to Woodland RV Park. Oh my gosh. Both feet are soaking wet. Pants are soaked. Everything's wet. There's the sign, Woodland Campground. Ooh, look at this fancy sign.
You've arrived.
I've arrived. Yep, doesn't really make any noise when I'm going. It's on right now too. They are gonna let me charge. Took a little bit of convincing. A Tesla has come in here, spun their meter real fast, and they said they got kind of ripped off. So I guess they didn't charge them any money or check the meter or anything. So they're like, at first he was like, no, we're not going to do that. And so I said, well, listen, I'll take a picture of the meter before and after, and then happy to reimburse you for the electricity. I've only got a 15 kilowatt hour battery, so I can't take nearly the energy that a Tesla can. This is what a meter looks like when I'm charging at probably about 5 kilowatts right now. It's going to go up to 9 kilowatts. Okay, here we are charging at 9 kilowatts, and you can see how fast it spins. A full spin, less than 2 seconds I think it takes. Okay, Woodland Pines Campground on Route 80 in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. Friendly people. They were a little skeptical at first because Tesla had come in and they saw their meters spinning so fast. They just weren't used to that. But I had a nice chat with them, and they were super friendly at the end because I was happy to pay. I ended up paying $3.50 for
in a quarter mile, turn left.
8 kilowatt hours of electricity. Back on Route 80, and now it is not raining, so that's nice. I am soaking wet, both feet. It's like walking in puddles in my boots. I think there's a little bit more rain up ahead. After that, it'll be dry the rest of the way. It is 1:30 on the dot. So I've gone 200 miles, so I'm not quite halfway. Man, this is a long trip. Here it is. One last rain, I hope. I hope this is the last rain. Oh man, I can barely see anything. There's this truck just spitting up all kinds of water right in front of me. It's gonna take me hours to dry out though. Holy moly, I am soaked. Just out of the construction. That took a while. And then a yellow bird just came flying up, whoop, right by my helmet. Probably within 2 feet, maybe within 1 foot. I almost headbutted a bird. Here we go. Best turn of the day. This glorious rock wall right in a hillside. Alright, exit 185 for Loganton, Pennsylvania. Holiday Pines. Alright, Holiday Pines Campground, about 5 miles off the highway. Holy cow. Took a while to get here. Okay. motorcycle is parked back there, charging up. So I'm gonna walk up there. I'm walking kind of funny because my very thick motorcycle jeans are totally soaked. This is a less fun day to ride. Fortunately, it's kind of warm. Look at these hands, all wrinkly because I am soaked. Both feet are puddles and gloves are soaked. I got 67%, I got 53 miles to go. I hooked up all 3 chargers to this, it blew the fuse, so I flipped the fuse back, and now I'm using the external charger as well as my Elcons in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug this one first. I've got this fun purple adapter for 30 amp service. I don't know if it actually helps anything because I think the unit, once it notices that there's only 110 volts, it just draws 1 kilowatt. Okay, get my wire back. Do a little bit of this. Boop. Nailed it. 206.4235, 7 kilowatt hours. Okay. Dash is blinking. I have unplugged everything. Nothing is plugged in, and the key is out. And normally that resets everything, but right now it is still blinking. So that's not going to let me use the bike. Okay, so it actually didn't take much time at all. I just walked around the bike and it stopped. So I turned this on and it tells me I have 86%. Wow, that's a big jump. So I just went to pay the nice woman who was helping me out here and told her I used 7 kilowatt hours of electricity. And we're like walking hurriedly to the cash register and she just stopped. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. So... you know, people who own these places know how much or how little these things cost. They typically, once they realize it's only going to be $1 or $2, they're typically like, it's fine. Leg number 5 on Route 80 East. Just charged up at Holiday Pines Campground. Really friendly. Had a nice chat with the owner. She and her husband just bought it recently.
Continue on I-80
It's their retirement plan. Jersey Shore is only in 2 miles, and I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania. What? Pennsylvania's got some funny town names, and one of them is Jersey Shore. Heading towards the inn at Turkey Hill, I see the first spot of blue sky. Oh my gosh, that is a welcome sight. All right, this is my moment of blue skies and sun. And then dark gray clouds in front of me. And there's another truck that's gonna pass me and spray me with all the nasty water. Oh. There he is. Look at that. You see all the water shooting off of his tires. It's an interesting study of fluid dynamics and Bernoulli's principle. All right, welcome to Bloomsburg, PA. Home of the Inn at Turkey Hill, fine dining and lodging. There we go. And it is blocked off for charging. Very nice. Okay, at the Inn at Turkey Hill, just had a lovely dinner. Charged up to 86%. I only need to go 70 miles. So that's gonna do the trick for me. It just jumped to 100%. Okay. So that charged me up nice and quick, and now it's like 5:40. I really was not here very long. I am still soaking wet, a little bit drier, but really, all my gear is totally soaked. There's a little bit of rain in between me and Pocono Vacation Park, but after that, I should be free and clear. There's a turtle. Whoa, that's a long tail. They were trying to help the turtle. Make sure it didn't get run over. Okay, 70 miles to Pocono Vacation Park. Speed limit is 70. I'm gonna go about 55 or 60 because I want my battery to cool down. I want this last charging stop to be perfect. Yeah, today's just been kind of a rough day. Not gonna lie. I'm very wet. All the charging has gone perfectly though, so far. Knock wood. Well, as long as the road isn't too wet, I've found a truck to craft behind. So now, just hanging out behind this Estes truck. Gonna get me as far as I can go as fast as possible, going 65 miles an hour instead of 55, so that's cutting down on the time. And it's raining again. 6:30 p.m. so I only had a short time without rain. Okay, there's a stream of water on the front of my visor, so I really cannot see very well. Not just a little rain, a lot of friggin' rain. Oh, my visor's fogging up. That's exciting. 18 miles to go. I'm so close. So close. But it's pouring on me now. Oh, look, some rain. Hey, did you see that rain? That's a lot of rain. Oh, some water got in my eye. It's not funny. So this happens all the time on Route 80. When there's one lane closed, everyone gets into the lane that's open super early, miles ahead. And there's like one lane long line. And then eventually you actually have to get into the lane because it's, you know, blocked off. And the zipper effect has been shown to be the best way to merge. That's what I use. But it's kind of funny, like people just get in this massive line, just stay there. Google Maps steered me to this road closed twice, down this road and also down that road. So I now have looked at the map and figured out how to get around this roadblock. So this is all adding time. I already have a really long day, and every time I have to spend another 15 minutes riding around a little town trying to find the charging station. You know, this is my 6th charging stop today. So 15 minutes is about an hour and a half. Pocono Vacation Park Campground. This may be the first time I got here when the sun is still out. I don't think I've ever spoken to anyone here because I always get here so late. I finally met Peggy, the owner of this campground. This is the 3rd meter in Pennsylvania that I've been watching spin like a top. Look at that. 6th and final charging stop on my way from Cleveland to Montclair. I have to charge so many times because it's a long distance. It's 475 miles, but also the RV parks are about 70 miles from each other. So I can't go 140 miles, so I can't skip any. So I'm at Pocono Vacation Park, and Peggy, the owner, I finally met her. I've charged here 4 years in a row, and she's always so nice on the phone. She's even nicer in person. So I got to meet her and thank her for all the years of letting me charge here, and so she's just super sweet. So yeah, just gave her $1 for the electricity, 5 kilowatt hours, 16 cents per kilowatt hour. Gave her a little extra, and now I should be home. What is it? It's like a little after 7. I'll be home before 9, so maybe before the sun goes down. It's a race. 74%. Battery's at 109 degrees. That's fine. Still charging at 9 kilowatts. Great. I am going to stop this and get going. 75%. I'm traveling 66 miles. Got 9 extra percents. Leaving Pocono Vacation Park. Of course it starts raining again. It has been raining on me since 10 a.m. It is 8 p.m. That's a lot of time to be raining on. 10 hours minus an hour or an hour and a half. Once again on Route 80. Go home. Just go home. Okay. Crossing the Delaware Water Gap. There's water down there. We're crossing the gap. Welcome to New Jersey. Oh yeah. There's the water. Beautiful cliffs on either side of the Delaware River. We need to protect the Delaware River. It's under constant attack. All right, here's what the rain looks like at night, because it's still raining. It is 8:40 p.m. and I'm running low on charge, running low on energy, running low on distance. I'm getting closer. Haha. My experience today on Route 80 going from Cleveland to New York City is that it feels like I am sitting in a bathtub in all my clothes. Lukewarm water, so the water is it's not making me shiver or anything, but I have been wet all day. It is 9 o'clock And it's time to exit Route 80 and go on Route 280, heading towards Montclair, New Jersey. Oh yeah. Oh, my home exit. Exit 8. Just got away from some jerk truck that was like playing games on the highway, passing and then slowing down and then passing. It's like, what are you doing, dude? 13% of my battery remaining and 3 miles to go. Rode almost 500 miles today. Might have rode 500 miles today. There were a couple U-turns I had to take. Made it home. It's 9:17 p.m. I left at 7:15 a.m. So 14 hours. 10 of which were filled with rain. In my garage, it doesn't have any power or any lights, so this is the light that we've got. And I've been soaking wet all day, but I made it home, and now it's time to go into the city and hang out with some friends. Hope you enjoyed the videos.